Hey, it's James Haralson coming to you from Tiger Stadium. We're hours away from the kickoff between LSU and Eastern Michigan. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. Central. You can hear that on our sister station, Eagle 98.1. And you can check out the post-game show 90 minutes after the game with Charles Hannegriff and Alan Risher. Obviously, the big headline going into this game is, will Leonard Fournette break the single-game rushing record of 250 yards? Well, if he's going to do it against any opponent, well, this is a pretty good one to do it against. Eastern Michigan ranks dead last in rushing defense. They gave over 500 yards of rushing offense against Air Force, over 400 yards against Wyoming. Needless to say, this is a very bad rush defense from Eastern Michigan. I think that Leonard Fournette gets the rushing record tonight. The only question, and this is the variable that should be interesting to watch, when does Les Miles bench Leonard Fournette? You know that he's going to go deep into his rotation tonight for these types of games, and that is really the only thing that I think gets in the way of Leonard Fournette breaking that record tonight, whether or not Les benches him. Also, another headline going into this is Brandon Harris, a game manager, someone who has a 60% completion percentage going into tonight's game. But I think the most important stat for him, 0 interceptions, and I think that's the key. If he can go through this game without turnovers and throughout October without any turnovers, you're getting a very much more improved and confident quarterback going into the very tough schedule of November. On top of this, the question marks around LSU, the penalties and special teams. Those are really the two glaring areas that I think could keep this team from winning an SEC championship. You know, going for the playoffs, the Final Four, being a championship contender, are those two things. It should be interesting to see. The Tigers had 14 penalties against Syracuse last week. Obviously, you can't have that. You can't have that number of penalties when you go up against bigger teams like Alabama and Ole Miss. Should be interesting tonight to see how they handle the special teams and penalties going in. One injury note: Tayshaun Bauer is out for tonight's game. Don't think it should really hurt LSU at all. They'll just continue to go through that depth chart. Also expect a big game from Arden Key. Follow the whole entire crew. You can follow me on Twitter at James Haralson, Carly McCord on Twitter at Carly McCord for all of your game updates tonight from Tiger Stadium. I'm James Haralson coming to you from Tiger Stadium.